Check, 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 1, 2. Sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Am I coming to you nice and clear? There we go, there we go. What is up, guys? Dashing here, bringing you yet another episode of CMV. Would it be an episode without some sort of technical difficulty? I don't think so. It just wouldn't feel right. But we are coming to you fresh off the heels of Absolution last weekend. What an event it was. Like I said then, perhaps the most violent night in CMV history. And we are getting things started here on Shockwave, my friends, in a major, major way. Tag team action, going to see Divine Affairs reunited. The Bloody Brit and the King of the Hill winner, Paul Divine, side by side for the first time in many, many, many years. Former Fusion Tag Team Champions, but two men who had a very different night at Absolution. Of course, Paul Divine winning King of the Hill, punching his ticket to Ascendance 11 for a shot at any world championship he desires, and he has already made his choice, guys, wasting no time. Divine's never been a man to beat around the bush. He has chosen to challenge for the NGW Championship at the Show of Shows, wanting to prove that not only can he still hang with this new generation, that he is better than this new generation. But for Chris Andrews, guys, of course, coming up short, leading his team into battle against Kill Your Heroes in War Games. What an absolute battle it was indeed. But Britt's not giving up in his fight against Josh Wolf and Kill Your Heroes just yet, as he has recruited the Asian sensation to be his tag team partner here tonight. Of course, in the King of the Hill match, it came down to Chris Andrews and Paul Divine, one-on-one. What a final two. But in the end, Divine, the better man. And Britt, obviously, no hard feelings, as he has asked Divine to be his tag team partner here tonight. And Divine always up for a fight. Now, their first run as a tag team here at CMV, obviously it wasn't buddy-buddy. Ended up losing the Fusion tag team titles when Divine no-showed a defense. Britt had to go it alone. I believe it was against Fatal Decision, if my memory serves. But that was a long, long time ago. Can they get on the same page this time around? And of course, it is Tornado Tag Team action. So here we go. Josh Wolf and the Anarchy Champion at Peligro, who certainly pulled his weight in War Games, doing some absolutely insane shit, hitting Divine with revenge straight out the gate. Another one as well. Still trying to prove his is better than the Brits. But a tweet here, guys, from Amelia Jones, and she says, I've defeated her before, but today I will make sure it is 2-1, and I make my bags a little bit heavier by bringing home that hardcore title. Indeed, here tonight, Amelia Jones, Celestina Marquez, tiebreaker. This time, the Women's Hardcore Championship on the line, as Josh Wolf already looking to pick up the dub here, only a 1 count. And Wolf just a couple hours ago on Twitter saying, you got a new partner this time, Britt, but the result's going to be the same. Kill Your Hero standing tall. As Wolf backs Britt into the corner. Meanwhile, wrenching at the arm of Paul Divine. Now, we were saying how Absolution last weekend may be the most violent night in CMV history, and that's pretty evident by the fact numerous CMV superstars out with injury. Shay Hoxton, of course. Who knows when or if we will ever see him again after what Xander Slate did to him in that last man standing match. But guys, also, Troy Colt out of action, put on the shelf by George King after that hellacious attack before their match. And still trying to understand why the hell the referee allowed that match to proceed. But nonetheless, we're certainly hoping that Troy Cole has a speedy recovery as Wolf's going to knock Divine down to the outside, guys. But what a night of action we have here. Not only that women's hardcore championship match, but the women's tag team championship also on the line here tonight. As RVW Maggie Shaw will be challenging Miasma and Joy Justice. And what a main event. The new, that's right, you're hearing me correctly, new undisputed heavyweight champion. No, it's not Richard Delaney. If you missed Absolution, then you missed Bloody Justice finally pulling the trigger and cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. He is the new champion, and tonight he kicks off his reign by going one-on-one with the former champion, Bison the Barbarian. Not a way I would think to, that if I were in BJ's shoes, that I would want to kick off my reign as undisputed heavyweight champion after to share a ring with the Barbarian. But we'll see if Bloody Justice can perhaps pick up a massive, massive dub as we, of course, continue down the road to Ascendance 11 in the ring. Blue Thunderbomb by Wolf! Taking out Divine as Britt just chilling at ringside. But as the pin goes down, Britt back in to make the save. Oh my God! Chris Andrews absolutely blasted. We're going to call that the V3, I guess? Sheesh! Not for Divine, this match might be over. On the top rope goes Chris Andrews. Oh, I thought he was targeting Wolf, but instead goes for Peligro, trying to help out Divine here. That is what an announcement by Paul Divine, though, deciding, you know, he could have chose to challenge for the global championship, the undisputed heavyweight championship. Divine saying, I've held those titles before. I'm a six-time world champion here in CMV. I've never held the NGW championship, and Divine wants to prove the naysayers wrong. The people have been saying Divine's washed up. He needs to move aside, allow the new generation to take over. But Divine saying, no, baby, I'm still here, and I ain't going anywhere. Oh, Britt with that power slam of his. The spinning power slam gonna allow Divine to go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. The referee did not see the rope break, and Divine Affairs picking up a huge win to kick off Shockwave. There's the power slam that did it. And then we see Britt taking out Wolf, allowing Divine to go for the pin. But Peligro did have his hand on the rope. Watch right here. Just after the count of 1, grabbed the bottom rope, but the ref did not see it. Divine Affairs with a successful reunion, although via shenanigans. But look at that. Never thought I'd see these two in a ring together, let alone as tag team partners. What a way to kick off the show. I'm sure we're going to be hearing about this from Josh Wolf. The conspiracy continues. Well, coming up next, oh, wait a minute. Well, I was about to say, coming up next, Bob Luger making his way to the ring to go one-on-one with Ty Makata, but that's Andrew Briggs. Andrew Briggs of the newfound group here in CMV, guys. Resurgence led by Blake Virtue and Briggs assaulting Bob Luger. Looks like Luger wants to go ahead with the match, though, despite the referee telling him he doesn't have to. Well, Resurgence not wasting any time, guys, and striking. As I mentioned last week at an Absolution, Blake Virtue holding a meeting with Hall of Famer Dave Turner, Cameron Cray, and Andrew Briggs, introducing to the CM Universe this new group of veterans calling themselves Resurgence, saying it's time to take back what's rightfully theirs. And it appears as though they're already making their first strike here on Shockwave. Andrew Briggs assaulting Bob Luger from behind, but the work ethic Titan gonna go ahead with this match. That might be a mistake, but certainly a big opportunity for Ty Makata of Ozakai and Ty to potentially put away one half of the Unified World Tag Team Champs here tonight. Could put Ozakai and Ty up front for a crack at those Unified World Tag Team titles. Makata gonna take Luger down. However, the submission specialist able to escape. The damage done to his arm, though. Xander Slate, another casualty of Absolution. The doctor, Shane CMV, saying he won't be out for long, but certainly not here tonight, having to recover after that hellacious last man standing match against Shay Hoxton. So Luger on his own here, and I guess Resurgence seeing the opening. Wrenching at the arm is Luger, always working towards that cross arm bar of his. And here again, taking the arm of Makata, snapping it over his knee. Gotta respect the tenacity of Bob Luger. Very easily could have told the referee, no, cancel the matchup. But Luger's not that kind of guy. No quit. And the work ethic Titan, and Ty Makata certainly more than happy to try and take advantage. Out of the shoulders, Makata dropped chest first on the top rope there. Big night of action here on Shockwave, my friends. We already kicked things off in a major way. The reunion of Divine Affairs against Kill Your Heroes, but we've still got 2 championship matches to go, not to mention that Whopper main event, the new undisputed heavyweight champion Bloody Justice taking on the former champion Bison the Barbarian. And BJ's reign might be over before it even truly begins. Bison does what he does best, man. Tears him in half. But we've also got a big night of action coming up next episode of Shockwave, my friends. Very excited. We're going to be emanating live from Atlanta, Georgia, and it's the return of Lethal Lockdown. We haven't had Lethal Lockdown in quite some years here in CMV, where every single matchup on the card will be contested inside of some sort of cage. It's going to be uber exciting. Cannot wait. The superstars of CMV probably not so excited about it, but rolls to the outside. This Bob Luger immediately caught by Ty Makata with that kick to the chest, and now from behind, that wheelbarrow neckbreaker down onto the floor as well. Of course, we know our next stop en route to Ascendance 11 is Homecoming. Just a couple of weeks away. Ascendance 11 just gets closer and closer on the horizon, baby. We see Luger working left knee of Ty Makata here. Up to a count of 4. Ty getting thrown into the apron, able to stop himself now. And Luger back into the ring, telling him, come on then. Ty Makata, happy to oblige, goes to the ropes. Nice savant kick. Oh, okay. Sort of a handspring elbow drop by Makata into the pin, but only a 1 count. Again, what a win this would be, not for only Ty Makata as a singles competitor, but for Ozakai and Ty. Dropped out of the military press. European uppercut. Luger scrambling to get to his feet. There's that vintage wheel kick of his. Coming up next, guys, our first championship matchup of the evening. Going to see Riley Van Wilson and Maggie Shaw join forces. will take on Miasma and Joy Justice for the Women's Tag Team Championship. I'm sure all those ladies still feeling the effects of the War Games match at Absolution last weekend, but with championship gold on the line here tonight, you can be sure they're all going to deliver. Behind. Oh, lands the German suplex attempt, and there's that tornado kick to the chest. Doesn't even topple Bob Luger. That's Ty Makata's best move, and it barely seemed to even faze Bob Luger. Nice head scissors takedown. Luger definitely in a spot of trouble here, though, and knows it. Does Ty. Staying on top of him like peanut butter on jelly here. Ty Makata. Tripped up, took a little bit too long. Can't do that when you're opposite the work ethic Titan. Luger going to take him for a walk up against the ropes. Elbow, though, going to keep him at bay. What a matchup this has turned out to be. Even after that pre-match assault by Andrew Briggs on Bob Luger. Ty going to the corner. Could be looking for another tornado kick. This time to the middle of the back. Flips him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Unbelievable kick out there by Luger. Ty Makata looking at him like he can't believe it. Another springboard savant kick. Now to the top rope. Perfect positioning, I would say. Oh, with the style, looking for a leg drop, but comes up short. Luger able to get out of the way. And now going to show off the 18-inch pythons, baby. Quickly sends Luger off the ropes. No time to showboat. Especially against the striker, the caliber of Ty Makata. Luger able to roll out of the ring, try and catch his breath, but Makata staying on him. Knee to the face, discus clothesline. Of course, Bob Luger wounded coming into this matchup, but I'd still say props to Ty Makata, man, holding his own against a living legend like Bob Luger. Got to get him back into the ring, though, for a definitive victory. That could put Ozakai and Ty right at the top of the rankings for a shot at the Unified World Tag Team Championship. Ty knows that. Another wheel kick attempt blocked by Makata. Oh, wait a minute, out of nowhere! Luger landing just like that! Busting Makata open! And Luger making sure he doesn't get lucky with a rope break here. 1, 2, kicks out! Perhaps those couple of seconds Luger wasted dragging him away from the ropes might have cost him. Ty Makata keeping his head above the water for now, but Luger staying on the attack. Stomp to the shoulder. Another pinfall attempt here by Luger. Could he get so lucky? No, only a 2 count. Luger getting frustrated here. I probably would as well were I in his boots. Ty gonna throw him right back into the ring. Makata coming right after him, though. You really can't relent when you're up against someone like Luger. Kick to the midsection. Tit for tat. Thrown out into the ropes on the rebound. Chop to the gut. Oh, and over the head as well. Another tornado kick! Ty Makata could be in for a huge upset win! Uno! Dos! Tres! Ty Makata! Unbelievable victory for Ty Makata here tonight! But no doubt a massive assist by Andrew Briggs attacking Luger before the match began. Luger agreed to go ahead with the match anyhow, and that might have cost him. Not at 100%, and Makata able to capitalize. What a victory for Ty Makata and for Ozakai and Ty at large. Resurgence with their first strike, targeting Bob Luger and costing him this matchup. And with Xander Slate not here to back him up, Luger all by himself. Resurgence very strategical here. Our first of two championship matches here tonight, guys. Coming up next as the Women's Tag Team Championship gonna be on the line. Riley Van Wilson and Maggie Shaw coming together to challenge the Arsenal of Justice. And of course, as a part of Team Ellie Quinn / Team Ashley Rain last weekend at Absolution, winning the day in War Games has earned REW and Maggie Shaw this championship opportunity here tonight. But of course, Tailcoat Val, maybe shockingly to some, has kept her word. She has decided to step back and will allow Ashley Rain to pursue her rematch with Ellie Quinn. And per General Manager Madison Wright, guys, it's been made official at Homecoming in a couple of weeks. Ashley Rain will challenge Ellie Quinn for the Women's World Championship. But it's Riley Van Wilson and Maggie Shaw hoping to bring home some championship gold here tonight. Riley Van Wilson, a two-time Women's Tag Team Champion. But for Maggie Shaw, this would be her very first taste of championship gold here in CMV. Despite losing War Games, the Arsenal of Justice still on top here in CMV. What with Bloody Justice cashing in and becoming undisputed heavyweight champion, Tailcoat Val perhaps more powerful than she was before Absolution despite the loss. But RBW Maggie Shaw hoping to lessen her power by taking the women's tag team titles here tonight. A dangerous tandem, no doubt about it. Riley Van Wilson and Maggie Shaw. Maybe not as cohesive a unit as the Arsenal of Justice. Miasma and Joy Justice have been a thorn in the side of the women's division since the start of this new season. Their first defense of the titles, though, since winning them from Zara Reed and Ashley Riot at Deadly Games. And this is a Tornado Tag Team matchup. That means all four competitors active at the same time. No tags necessary. First team to grab that pinfall or that submission in the ring leaves with the gold. From Miasma and Joy Justice only strengthen the Arsenal of Justice here tonight. Well, can RBW Maggie Shaw deliver a substantial blow? So here we go. It's the Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. Of course, still to come a little bit later on. Women's Hardcore Championship going to be on the line as Amelia Jones challenges Celestina Marquez. That's what it's all about. Riley Van Wilson and Maggie Shaw attempting to follow up on the huge War Games win last weekend at Absolution. First time ever, unless you include War Games, that the two are teaming together. Again, like I say, Miasma and Joy Justice having the advantage in that regard. So here we go. Titles handed off to Murphy. Riley Van Wilson, Maggie Shaw, the Arsenal of Justice. Murphy rings that bell. Let's see who's leaving here tonight with the gold. Riley Van Wilson going to go right after Joy Justice. As Miasma takes out Maggie with an inverted Olympic slam. Still to come here tonight, my friends. Not only that matchup for the Women's Hardcore Championship, Amelia Jones challenging Celestina Marquez, but we've also got Josh Omega in action. Of course, he played a pivotal role in Bloody Justice, becoming the new undisputed heavyweight champion last week at Absolution tonight. He's in singles action. We also got Unbjorn in action a little bit later on. Going to be taking on Isaiah Reyes. Let's not forget about our huge main event, Bloody Justice, kicking off his reign one-on-one with Bison the Barbarian. Single knee backbreaker by Joy Justice. Got a huge night of action coming up tomorrow on Octane as well. Suicide dive by the after. We're going to find out who's going to homecoming to challenge Chris Diamond for his global championship in a fatal four-way match. Like I said earlier, next episode of Shockwave live from Atlanta, Georgia. Lethal Lockdown returns to CMV for the first time in a couple of years. Every single match to be contested inside of a cage. Miasma stalking Maggie Shaw here at ringside. You can hear Murphy counting. Indeed, the Arsenal Justice do have the champion's advantage in this matchup. They can retain via a count out or a disqualification. Joy trying to find her bearings here at ringside, rejoins the fight. Miasma forced the outside. Big Maggie Shaw over the top and plancha to lay out Miasma. Incredible athleticism there by the second-generation superstar. You might not expect it from her. Long has Maggie Shaw been hunting to finally earn championship gold here in CMV. Multiple shots at the Women's Hardcore Championship last season. Of course, challenging for the Women's World Championship at Deadly Games. Did she finally bring home the gold here tonight? Maggie Shaw from behind. Hangman's neckbreaker. Miasma just going back and forth. Gonna run down Riley Van Wilson. Caught with a neckbreaker, though. Maggie Shaw back in the ring, dragging Joy Justice out of the corner. Could be trying to set Joy Justice up for Shawshank Redemption, but instead gonna grab her by the hair. Miasma coming in to make the save. Before even the count of one, referee Murphy there taking his sweet time. A visit to the dentist. Riley Van Wilson got to get in there. Help out Maggie Shaw. 2-on-1 situation, but Wilson hanging back for a moment. From behind, German suplex to the matriarch. But the Justice family able to dodge that big boot, though. Shaw caught with an elbow as Joy with a trio of headbutts. German suplex. Followed up by a ripcord lariat. Woo! Maggie Shaw, perhaps the hardest hitter in the women's division. Maybe one of the hardest hitters in CMV point blank period. The daughter of Billy Shaw. One of the best brawlers we've seen here in CMV. Oh, Shawshank Redemption! Shawshank Redemption in the ring! Murphy, turn around, you got a pin! 1, 2! Oh, but a kick out. The title's not going anywhere, at least not yet, but Maggie Shaw's not finished. Looking for that slobber knocker! Another pin, Miasma out like a light here. 1, 2, another kick out. Maggie Shaw can't believe it. But Maggie, man, relentless here, looking for another Shawshank Redemption. Into the pin quickly. 1, 2, 3, and we have new women's tag team champions. Maggie Shaw just unloading on Miasma there. Shawshank Redemption, right hook, Shawshank Redemption, that's the combination. And we have new women's tag team champions. Riley Van Wilson with, I believe, a record here, the first ever 3-time women's tag team champion. As Maggie Shaw, at long last, earns championship gold here in CMV. And the misfortune continues. Tailcoat Val could not be happy to see this. But there's still a chance Bloody Justice can at least end the night on a strong note. Taking out Bloody Justice in our main event. Coming up next, lads and gents, we've got an interesting matchup on our hands as Josh Omega prepares to go one-on-one with Amare Rivers. And of course, as we talked about earlier, Josh Omega pivotal and Bloody Justice leaving Absolution as the new undisputed world heavyweight champion, because after Richard Delaney did the nearly unthinkable, beat Bison, capable of the second man ever to do so, was instantly attacked by Omega, getting his payback for what happened last month. Remember when Delaney attacked Omega from behind with the Rite of Passage Championship? Omega, lying in wait, took his shot and cost Delaney the undisputed world heavyweight championship. As soon as Omega laid him out, Bloody Justice came out, cashed in, put Delaney down, and became the new undisputed world heavyweight champion. Omega making it clear, what goes around comes around. Karma, bitch. Delaney got bit on the ass. Josh Omega one-on-one here on Shockwave episode 45, guys, with Amare Rivers, the other man to have beaten Bison one-on-one. And Amare Rivers obviously in a good mood after what happened to Bison and Absolution. He had to have loved seeing that. I'm sure he would have liked to have been the one to beat Bison again and become undisputed world heavyweight champion. Wasn't part of that number one contenders match a couple of weeks ago, but happy nonetheless that the undisputed world heavyweight championship belongs to the Arsenal of Justice. Amare Rivers hoping to pick up the slack dropped by Miasma and Joy Justice in that last match. Lost in the Women's Tag Team Championship. And send that momentum to Bloody Justice in the main event. So here we go, Josh Omega, Amare Rivers, one-on-one. Still a lot to look forward to here tonight, my friends. We've got the Women's Hardcore Championship on the line. Amelia Jones challenges Celestina Marquez. We've got Ugbjorn, Isaiah Reyes, one-on-one, not to mention our big-time main event. Can Bloody Justice kick off his reign with a major win, taking on Bison the Barbarian, or will his reign be short-lived? If Bison has his way, he'll leave a Bloody Justice in pieces in that ring. Now, Bison never typically in a good mood, almost always fuming. But earlier tonight, man, I saw him pacing back and forth in the hallway. I could almost see steam coming out of his nose and ears. He was on a whole nother level of pissed off, and he's looking to give it all to Bloody Justice here tonight. From the apron of our Rivers, thinking about something there. You know, I think Bison could have used the W. I almost thought about offering him a sip of mine, but I didn't want to get my head ripped off. But you can have W. In fact, you can get 10% off. Go to w.gg, all right? Enter promo code CMV23, 10% off. Unbelievable. Amare Rivers, that's what he had in his cup, by the way. Hashtag confirmed. Amare Rivers, proud W supporter. Big knee there by Omega into the pin. 1 count only. Caught with a forearm smash now. Maybe not just W. Maybe W mixed with a little something else. Maybe some Boone juice. What a combination. Amare rolling out onto the apron. Going to pick himself up. Looks like Omega going to run him down. Knocks him to the outside with that shoulder thrust. Now battling right here in front of the announce table. Another forearm smash. Into the full mount. Omega. Stomp to the gut. No, Richard Delaney's got to be absolutely heartbroken. And a good portion of the CM universe is as well. Did it? He beat Bison. He did what only one other man in Amari Rivers has been able to do. Pinned Bison clean, won the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship, but Josh Omega brought it all crumbling down. It's hard to feel bad for Richard Delaney in that regard. I mean, he got what was coming to him. Omega saying the best revenge is served cold. Back suplex by Amare. Omega smacking his head off the floor there. So now he gets thrown ribs first into the barricade. Tweet here, guys, from Hunter Quinn. He says, when Reed and I meet in that ring again, I will make sure that she is unrecognizable. Make her feel the same pain that I have felt throughout all of these months because of that bitch, Madison Wright. I feel uncomfortable saying that. Madison, I'm sorry you had to hear that. Hunter Quinn, though, on a whole other level of agitated. We saw what he did to Amber Reed before the show began, assaulting her backstage, beating the hell out of her. Had to be restrained by security before he smashed her head in with a steel chair. As if we didn't already have enough people on the shelf after Absolution. Hook to the jaw, counter by Omega, though, with a kick to the midsection. Big ol' headbutt. Competitive matchup here between these two. Omega, of course, would love nothing more than to put himself in line. Get another crack at the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. Nice sidekick. Back into the full mount. Right hands and a stomp to the gut. Quickly brought to his feet. Omega with the discus forearm smash. Vintage, vintage, vintage into the pin. Grabs the dub. Josh Omega putting Amare Rivers to... Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Richard Delaney! Well, there's his music, but... Oh, wait a minute! From behind! The Juggernaut! The Juggernaut laying out Omega! And this is far from over. Fuming is Richard Delaney. Looking like he wants to rip Josh Omega in half right about now. Coming up next, lads and gents, here on Shockwave episode 45, the Earl slated to go one-on-one with John Lipnick. A match coming our way after what transpired last episode of Octane. After John Lipnick defeated Fidel De La Rosa one-on-one, grabbed a steel chair, looking like he was about to permanently dispose of Fidel De La Rosa, but the Earl, shockingly, came in to make the save. But the Earl making it clear he didn't do that because he's buddy-buddy with the Intercontinental Champion. The Earl wants that championship for himself. He wants to be the one to take that gold from De La Rosa. Now you can see that Earl not coming out here alone. He's got the Intercontinental Champion in his corner. Fidel wanted to get a front row seat for this matchup. We know how impressive the Earl has been since his debut at the top of the new season. This would maybe be his biggest win yet, though, if he can knock off John Lipnick to become one of the very few men who have been able to do that one-on-one. It was a couple of weeks ago, guys, that the Earl, with his own bit of handiwork with a steel chair, attacking Leon Gata after their matchup, putting Gata out of action the last couple of weeks. But the Golden Lion here tonight, also going to be watching this matchup from ringside in the corner of John Lipnick. And I'd say Leon Gata certainly not pals with Lipnick. The two of them having a very physical matchup last month. This is just a whole lot of beef converging. Individual beefs rolled into one. Bit of a meatball situation here. But it's the Earl and John Lipnick one-on-one. Both men seemingly with their eyes on the Intercontinental Championship. So here we go. Earl out to collect another big win and perhaps earn himself a shot at De La Rosa's Intercontinental Championship. Comes out swinging against Lipnick here, but quickly just about gets his head taken off with that clothesline. Of course, still to come, guys. Women's Hardcore Championship on the line. Amelia Jones, Celestina Marquez, the rubber match. Who's leaving with the gold? Will we have another new champion crowned here tonight? Of course, Maggie Shaw and Riley Van Wilson a bit earlier, capturing the Women's Tag Team Championship. We've also got Ungbjorn, one-on-one with Isaiah Reyes, and our massive main event. It's not been a great night for the Arsenal of Justice. What with them losing the Women's Tag Team Championship, we just saw Amare Rivers take a loss in the hands of Josh Omega. Can Bloody Justice turn it around and pick up a big old win against Bison? Nice combination by the Earl there in the corner. Oh, and then psychs him out for a DDT. And on both sides, Gata watching from ringside. Lipnick. Got your nose, got your nose. Knife edge chop. And again, big old slap across the face. No respect to be had. The Earl having a hoot here. Knife edge chop attempted, but Lipnick able to outmaneuver him, catches him with that Uranagi. Fisherman suplex launching Earl overhead. Gata, I'm sure, still feeling the effects of that beatdown with the steel chair courtesy of the Earl a couple of weeks ago. Vintage Lipnick with the crucifix power bomb. Follows that up. Targeting Earl's ankles. Cloverleaf pain. Lipnick launching a war on all of CMV. Holy shit, just casually eating Earl to the outside. Like it ain't no thing. And Earl with the Troy Colt selling straight back up and into the fight. No time to dilly-dally. The Earl is a man with much to do. Him and I actually have plans to hit the fanciest restaurant in town after the show. Yeah, Earl and I are good friends, if you didn't know. I mean, you don't just lend anyone $500,000. The Earl goes for a pin, only a 1 count here. Stop to the back of the head. Earl now goes to the top. The Englishman gonna fly with a clothesline. I was struggling to think what the hell he was gonna do there. Oh, he's got Lipnick's nose again. Lipnick, I don't know if that's the kind of guy you want to be smacking across the face, brother. There's another slap. Lipnick responds to the right hook, but what's De La Rosa? De La Rosa and Leon Gana getting into it here at ringside, shoving each other. The referee getting distracted. The ref's not having it. De La Rosa thrown out of here. De La Rosa's been ejected, but not just De La Rosa. Leon Gana also sent to the back. This referee taking no shit. Won't allow Earl and Lipnick to be distracted here. So the ringside area has been cleared out. Earl going to capitalize on the distraction. Kiss to the fist. Decapitating Lariat into the pin. 1, 2, 3, the Earl. Holy shit, the Earl has just pinned John Lipnick. Able to take advantage of the commotion at ringside. De La Rosa and Gana being thrown out. Hits that clothesline of his to seal the deal. Another fat dub for the Earl here tonight. An advantageous victory for the Earl. into our tertiary main event we go, my friends, here on Shockwave, episode 45. Of course, still to come, Women's Hardcore Championship on the line as Amelia Jones challenges Celestina Marquez. And in our main event, Bloody Justice kicks off his reign as undisputed world heavyweight champion against Bison the Barbarian. But first, Bjorn, of course, joined by the Red Fox, Reese Matthews, in action, set to go one-on-one with Isaiah Reyes. Look, this guy's so big, he doesn't even fit in frame. They couldn't pay me to get in the ring with Bjorn. Bjorn tripping up so far here in the new season. Falling out in the Deadly Games tournament. Seems like his destiny is getting further and further away. His destiny to become world champion here in CMV. Remember, the seer told him a Red Fox will lead you to the top of the mountain to glory in CMV. Reese Matthews been doing his best, but seems like whenever Bjorn gets that opportunity, it slips through his fingers. Here tonight, looking to make a victim out of Isaiah Reyes, the young upstart who has yet to be able to grab himself a victory here in CMV. Will that change here tonight, and in a big way? Certainly has his work cut out for him. But no fear. I'd be shaking in my loafers if I were standing across the ring from Bjorn, not Isaiah Reyes. So here we go, Bjorn and Isaiah Reyes one-on-one in our tertiary main event, guys. Of course, got a lot coming our way over the next few weeks. As mentioned before, next episode of Shockwave coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. Lethal Lockdown returns to CMV. Every single matchup to be contested inside some sort of cage. I'm sure all the superstars in the locker room looking forward to that. Not to mention, we've got our next stop on the road to Ascendance 11, homecoming just a couple of weeks away. Live from Miami, Florida, the same weekend as NGW Checkpoint Miami. As we look towards the show of shows. Live from London, England, the O2 Arena, Ascendance 11, baby, on the horizon. I can feel it. I can feel it deep down inside. Isaiah Reyes pushed back there by Bjorn. The big man gonna try and charge at him. It gets caught with a right hand. Nothing technical about it. Simple but effective here as Reyes follows up with some kicks to the face. Gonna bust Bjorn open. Stomps to the exposed hand now of Bjorn. Gee, my man is going off right now. To the outside, Bjorn hopes for a breather, but Isaiah staying on top of him like white on rice. Suicide dive. Enough is enough, says Reyes, wanting his first dub here in CMV tonight. That's going to be a mistake. Deciding to mock Bjorn, getting a bit full of himself, and gets knocked down to the outside for his troubles, but caught with a reverse STO down onto the floor. Turns her around for a ripcord knee. Big man tumbling. Double leg takedown. Reyes, he's got those hands here tonight, baby. He's got those hands, and he's throwing them. Back into the ring. Bjorn is sent. Hopefully Reyes doesn't make the same mistake again. Straight back into the fight this time. Bjorn waiting for him as blood drips down that cut. Looks like on the bridge of his nose. Spinning power slam quickly into the pin. Could it be so easy? 1, 2, almost. Any move from Bjorn, man, could keep you down in an instant. The force at which this guy hits you with these power moves. out of the military press power slam. Reese Matthews loving what he's seeing, jumping around at ringside, perhaps a bit of a premature celebration. Shoulder thrust, belly to belly suplex, just throwing him around like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Now the deadlift running power slam. Isaiah Reyes getting that work right now, tries to get to his feet desperately, but Bjorn right there to drop him chest first on the top rope. Gotta be kidding me. Another running power slam. This is an onslaught here. Slowly picks him up. Reyes, though, still with some fight left. Elbow to the gut and a big old clothesline. Quick to escape this Bjorn. Goes for a clothesline himself, does not get all of it. That allows Reyes to take him by the hair. Big old punch. Not going to let him get away, but Bjorn catching him with that arm wrench. And now like a rag doll, just throwing Reyes right into the barricade. Back into the ring, slowly but surely. Reyes a bit quicker. Gonna beat him to the punch, but Bjorn sends him into the ropes. Big boot! Woo! Turning Reyes inside out. Grabs him by the hair. Bjorn seeing red right now. Perhaps quite literally. Some blood has gotten into his eye. Oh, another reverse STO. Oh, but now the Red Fox coming to the aid of his star client. Distracting Reyes, and Bjorn able to come up from behind. Big hook to the jaw, gonna choke him out, utilizing the top rope like a weapon here. But Reyes continues to fight back. Oh! Double open palm strike to the chest. Trying to shatter the heart of Bjorn, but only keeps him down for a 2 count. This is that stop. Gives Bjorn the opening. Massive spike to the throat. Followed up by that Claymore kick of his. And that'll do it right there. But evidently not content. Big splash into the pin. 1, 2. Hellacious combo doesn't keep Reyes down. Bjorn. Looks like he's got something up for Isaiah Reyes. Hang on a second. Big bang catastrophe. Into the pin. 1, 2. An upset win it would be, but no such luck. Reyes staying on the attack, though. To the top he goes. Lying in wait. Perched. Oh. We're being a bit cheeky. Oh, and Bjorn is bleeding now. That cut has only gotten worse. Another suicide dive by Isaiah Reyes. Not allowing Bjorn to get up and hits him with that basement dropkick. Reese Matthews pacing back and forth now in the background, a bit worried at this point. Tries for the kick, turns him around. Nasty looking forearm smash. Throws him shoulder first into the barricade. Now Bjorn is pissed off. Dangerous before, deadly now. Into the steel steps. Now once more throwing off to the side. With ease. Another knee to the face. Blood continuing to spurt out of that open wound. Reyes proven to be a lethal striker here in this matchup. Again into the barricade Reyes is thrown. Up there now. Count of... Is it a count of 11? Big boot. Once again and a headbutt. Oh, but he smacks his head off the floor. Reyes. With that narrow escape, guys, count of 14. Reyes with a back suplex onto the top of the barricade. Bjorn gonna need to schedule a trip to the chiropractor, get his spine realigned after that. And look at Reyes, the good guy, resets the count. He could have very easily taken a count out dub right there. Throws Bjorn back into the ring. Hurting for certain, and Reyes knows it. Hook to the jaw, gonna spin him around. Dropping him on his neck with the Tiger Suplex Bridge to pin and 2 count only. And Reese Matthews again distracting Reyes. Odorn attempting to capitalize, and I think Reyes was luring him in. Spinning back up by the rookie. Odorn desperate to find refuge there in the corner. Grabs that boot. And Odorn no more playing around with his food. Looking to seal the deal. Looking for Odin's curse. Good night, sweet prince. Shoots the half. 1, 2. Isaiah Reyes kicking out of Odin's curse. And now look at Reese. Reese at ringside throws in a steel chair. Odorn able to counter whatever Reyes was looking for. Oh no. The referee finds the chair before Odorn can use it. Might be for naught though. Odorn with a triangle choke. He's literally got Reyes up off his feet in the air, flailing. And the referee calls for the bell. Reyes did not tap, but has been put to sleep. A KO victory for Odorn here tonight. What a fight delivered by Isaiah Reyes here, but the fight was not enough. Put to sleep by that triangle choke. Good call by the referee, man. Before any serious damage could be done to Isaiah Reyes there. Another great win for Odorn on the path to obtaining his destiny here in CMV. Co-main event time. It is my fine feathered friends here on Shockwave, episode 45, and the Women's Hardcore Championship about to be on the line as Amelia Jones challenges Celestina Marquez. A rubber matchup here between these two, and a mission that Amelia Jones has been on over the past month and change, and getting herself ready for this moment. Toughening herself up after being embarrassed by Marquez. After their first encounter, Celestina Marquez defeating Amelia Jones and then attacking her after the fact. And Amelia Jones saying that woke her up. And she has been trading non-stop, week in, week out. sharpening herself like a blade, and certainly proved in that matchup a couple weeks ago that she is better than the first time they encountered one another, knocking off the women's hardcore champion. Clean as a whistle. And now this rubber match going to have the championship on the line. Marquez saying she cannot wait to get this persistent thorn out of her side, named Amelia Jones. The champion relishing in the opportunity here tonight to defend her championship. And we know that the winner of this will be defending the Women's Hardcore Championship next episode of Shockwave, guys. A lethal lockdown against Zara Reed, who earned a shot at the championship a few weeks ago, winning that triple threat match against Chloe Marks and Ari Lee. So it's not going to be a whole lot of time to kick back and rest, no matter who leaves here tonight with the Women's Hardcore Championship. And of course, as this is for the Women's Hardcore Championship, no countouts, no disqualifications, anything goes. The only rule is you can win by pinfall or submission in the ring. We've already had one championship change hands here tonight. Riley Van Wilson and Maggie Shaw knocking off the Arsenal of Justice to bring home the Women's Tag Team Championship. Will we have a new champ crowned right here, right now? Will all this hard work pay off for Amelia Jones? Celestina Marquez, as she said, put her in her place and continue to carve out a legacy for herself as the Women's Hardcore Champion. Time to find out. Celestina Marquez coming into this new season, man, in her debut, defeating Amber Reed for that Women's Hardcore Championship, successfully defending against Isabella almost back at Deadly Games, and now looking to retain it once again. Finally rid herself of the annoyance that is Amelia Jones. So here we go. Referee rings that bell. Let's get it on. Immediately sizing each other up. Middle of the ring, Celestina. And Bogan, of course, watching. We know he has a fascination with Celestina Marquez. And blossoming romance, perhaps. Trip up by Amelia Jones, who's quick to go to the outside. Perhaps they're going to already introduce some weapons, but Marquez going to chase after her. Amelia throws her right back into the ring. Trying to outmaneuver her. Springboard drop kick. Celestina Marquez, maybe a bit cocky after their first encounter, underestimated Jones a couple weeks ago and paid the price. Hopefully the champion not making that same mistake here tonight. Sleeper slam by Jones. Celestina, though, gonna pull her back into a clothesline. Bit of a psych out there by the muscle mommy. Trips her up, right hands, hammer fists, trying to break through the defenses of Jones. We've seen the hard work paying off, man. Amelia Jones has certainly bettered herself since that first encounter between these two. Double wrist clutch, Northern Light suplex, but the question is, will it be enough? Maybe, just maybe. The bridge to pin, but only a 2 count. Pretty close so early in this matchup, though. Tries for a super kick. Celestina, for a big gal, man. She's got that speed, as you saw her move out of the way. Lightning reflexes to the outside, though. Jones going to take to the air with a plancha to lay out Celestina. Doesn't give her a chance to catch her breath either. But Marquez with a nasty forearm. Again, no countouts, no disqualifications here, but the Women's Hardcore Championship on the line. You can only win by pinfall or submission. Unlike the other champions here in CMV, Marquez doesn't have that champion's advantage. She can't retain by countout or DQ. It's got to be by pin or submission. Discus punch! by Marquez, and it's all the champion right now in a dominant position, grabbing Jones by the hair. Guys, still to come up next in our main event. We got Bloody Justice hoping to kick off his reign as undisputed world heavyweight champion in a big way as he takes on Bison, the Barbarian, who is in a foul mood here tonight after what transpired last week at an Absolution. And we're going to take it all out on Bloody Justice coming up next. Oh, big knee to the jaw. Great combination by Amelia Jones. These two can stay out here as long as they like. Nothing the referee can do about it, but if they actually want to win, they got to get back into the ring. Trying to crack open her skull is Marquez. Here we go. Muscle Mommy might have eyes to finish Amelia Jones off right here, right now. Jones brought to her feet. Celestina going to take her for a walk at an Anchor the Park. A little bit too far, though. Jones able to break free with some elbows to the midsection. Clothesline. And again, Jones has the fans on their feet. She has their support. But will it be enough? Let's out it. Woo! Amelia Jones feeling herself. Celestina back to her feet. Immediately caught with crunchy. Do we have a new champion? 1, 2. No, at least not yet. Celestina Marquez able to kick out, but she ain't out of the woods just yet. Amelia looking for some playthings here. Brings out a table. Celestina knocking the table out of her hands, though. Throws the champion back into the ring. Amelia says, fuck the table then. Celestina looking for something now, but Jones going to interrupt her. DDT down onto the floor. Now on top of the table here. Oh, Amelia! Thrown right down, shoulder first, onto the table. Not a soft land. You got a lot of hard plastic pieces there, not to mention the pine itself. Probably a couple of splinters in that shoulder now. Stomps the chest, followed up by a big old forearm to the side of the head. Amelia Jones holding her own. Kick to the top of the head, thrown now into the barricade. Jones able to get out of the way. Tornado DDT. Marquez looking like she might be on Dream Street right about now, and Amelia Jones knows it too, but comes back to life. Does the Muscle Mommy, thrown back into the ring. Amelia Jones hot on her tail. Hook to the jaw, gonna turn her around. Whatever she was looking for, countered by Marquez. Forearm smash deflected. Back and forth here to the ropes. Springboard drop kick, nicely done by Amelia Jones. Using what brought her to the dance, man, that speed, that agility of hers. Now we've got a ladder. A ladder being brought into play. Throws it into the ring, but Celestina from behind gonna toss her back into the ring. Before joining her, gonna grab a kendo stick. Amelia back into the ring and instantly caught with the kendo stick right to the top of the head. Not again, though. Jones takes it from her. Shot to the ribs, now to the back of the head. Amelia wasting time taunting her opponent and gonna pay for it. Dropped out, looping, palm strike, and Amelia hitting the back of her head off the ladder. Celestina, knowing that Jones is hurting, setting her up with a backslide driver, stacking her up. Uno, dos, no tres, no tres. Celestina at a moment of hesitation as Amelia picks herself over the corner, using the kendo stick again. But now Amelia to the back of the head. One more time, Celestina rolls out of the way, and Celestina with the quickness. Modified Russian leg sweep. Not going to go for the pin, though, instead. Celestina. The cogs turning. What is she thinking here? Looking for another backslide driver. Nails it into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Celestina Marquez, still the women's hardcore champion. Game was Amelia Jones, but not game enough. I think it was academic after Jones smacked her head off the ladder. Celestina hitting her with back-to-back backslide drivers to seal the deal, and still women's hardcore champion. But no time to rest for the Muscle Mommy, as next episode of Shockwave, she'll be putting that title on the line against Zara Reed inside some sort of cage. We'll have to wait and see. Main event time, guys, and Bison is already in the ring. Here comes the new undisputed world heavyweight champion, but doesn't seem like Bloody Justice is poised to compete here. Bison a little bit confused. Wait a minute! Blake Virtue from behind! What the hell? Bloody Justice coming out onto the stage. He was supposed to go one-on-one with Bison here in our main event, but it looks like the rug has been pulled out from under the Barbarian. Blake Virtue taking the place of Bloody Justice here. The leader of Resurgence, who we already saw earlier tonight, making an impact. Andrew Briggs attacking Bob Luger and costing him that match against Ty Makata, but now it looks like a deal has been struck between Bloody Justice and Resurgence as Blake Virtue has swooped in, catching the Barbarian off guard. And Bison, if he wasn't already living before, man, he hasn't had a chance to realize what the hell is going on. Virtue attacking him from behind. Bloody Justice evidently not keen to kick off his reign here tonight by going one-on-one with Bison the Barbarian. I can't say entirely that I blame him, or that I wouldn't do the same thing were I in his shoes. Bloody Justice not fixing to be put 6 feet under his first appearance as undisputed world heavyweight champion. But now it seems as though a deal has been struck with Blake Virtue and Resurgence, and Virtue more than happy to try to take advantage and pick up a massive victory against the Barbarian here tonight. But now Bison able to find his footing and fighting back. Waking himself up in the corner. Bison, not the match he's been preparing for all week long. Feeding to put hands on Bloody Justice. But Blake Virtue gonna have to do like the sacrificial lamb sent into the lion